Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first official event of UCalgary Blockchain Society. We're super excited to have all of you guys here with us in this evening. It's amazing to see some of you and your familiar names. We met with some of you guys during Clubs Week, and some of you guys probably heard us through our Discord announcements and our social media ads. So thank you all for coming. We actually wanted to have this meeting in person, but due to external circumstances, we are having this meeting online. But in a couple of weeks from now on, we'll be having another meeting, probably in person. So please stay tuned for that. But before getting into too much details, let's just start with the meeting. First, I'd like to touch on the agenda we have for the kickoff event. First, we'll be talking about the introduction that we have, our goal for UCBS. And we'll be also introducing some of our industry partners that we have currently and our co-founders as well. And after that, we'll be introducing each one of our VPs, vice presidents, and they'll be talking about their expertise and experience that they have and how they're working to provide more value for you guys and the UCBS as a whole. And after that, we'll be talking about the event plans that we have laid out for the rest of the year. We'll be talking about our workshop maps, roadmap. We'll be talking about the panel events that we have as well. And at the end, our executive development team will be talking about the project plans that they have. They'll be talking about the roadmap and project ideas that they have as well. And at the end, we'll be having a Q&A session. So throughout this whole presentation, please keep yourselves muted. If you have any questions during the presentation, you can put them in the chat. Our VPs will be more than happy to answer you. But at the end, we'll be having a Q&A session, so you can just ask your questions during there. So let's just start with the introduction. As I mentioned, we'll be talking about the philosophy and the goal we have for UCBS and why we actually started this club. And after, we'll be introducing our partners, and we'll be talking about how we will be working with companies in future and our current sponsors as well. And now we'll be introducing our co-founders. So before getting into too much detail, I'd like to pass it on to Timur so he can do our introduction. Thank you so much.
UCalgary Blockchain Society. And basically, we're a hub for anyone who's into any aspect of cryptocurrency, from markets to development. We want to give you guys a platform to meet like-minded people, to become friends with, explore ideas in the crypto, NFT, and Web3 space, and learn more about this technology. So our goal as a club is to provide value in three major ways, from networking opportunities to entrepreneurship and career opportunities with the help of our partners and industry leaders, down to our core, which is Web3 development. So with the help of our talented development team, we provide programming knowledge and experience in Web3, where you'll get to work in a collaborative team environment to learn and solve problems in the Web3 space, in hopes to build your resume experience and that you may want to pursue a career in this ever-growing industry. So now I'm going to pass it on to Amir to discuss our partners.
All right, thank you, Timer. So now I'll be talking more in depth about our current partners. So we partner up with three companies and organizations for now. Our first partnership is with Canadian Blockchain Consortium. So Canadian Blockchain Consortium is a community platform where companies from Canada, entrepreneurs from Canada, or startups all come together, explore ideas, and network all together. So similar to what we're actually trying to do. And two of our other partnerships are with centralized exchanges. So one of them is a Mexi Global. Mexi Global is a centralized exchange based in Singapore. They have more than 7 million users all around the globe, with more than 1,900 projects listed with 240 different countries. And there's Deepcoin as well. Deepcoin is a smaller exchange, but they also have an awesome product. We're really grateful to be partnered with these companies for now. And we actually have a lot more deals going on at the moment. And we'll be at the Canadian Blockchain Summit on Wednesday, on Thursday, to bring more deals to the club as well. So in the upcoming weeks or so, we plan to have even more announcements that we're sure that you guys will love it. So make sure to stay tuned. Just like Timer said, our goal is to create a bridge between you guys and the companies so that if you guys want to pursue a career after this membership of the club, you guys will have the right resources and expertise and knowledge to do so. Now, I'll be introducing our board of directors. So my name is Emir. I'm the co-president and co-founder of UCBS. I'm currently a third-year computer science student at U of C, and I'm also minoring in data science and management as well. I'm also at the same time, I'm working at Mixi Global as a North America business development intern. So my job there is to help them to expand to North America market, get new user bases to the company. So my experience in blockchain started back in 2020 when I was exploring the financial use of the technology. Then I moved on to NFTs like a year or so after that, and then I was involved in different projects and different NFTs as well. And throughout this whole time, I researched about the blockchain technology uses as well, more towards the development side of the things. And now here we are, and I'll pass it on to Timur to do his introduction and his expertise as well.
Yeah, so my name is Timur, and I'm also the co-president and the co-founder of this club. And I'm basically a fourth-year computer science major. And I found this crypto space back in 2020 through my obsession for investing and trading tokens. And now let Perry take over.
Hey, so my name is Perry, and I'm in my final year of computer science. I'm doing a dual degree in economics and computer science, and I finished my econ degree last year. I used to swim for the dinos for 3 years, and I've been in the space for almost 4 years. So I've seen the space change over the years, from the DeFi hype to the NFT hype. So yeah, so we're going to be starting off with our development team execs, and I'll introduce them. So they're going to be me, Paul, and Teddy, and they all used to swim with me on the dinos, and I'll let them introduce themselves more.
Hey, thanks, Barry. Hey, everyone. My name's Paul, and I'm the co-VP development at UCBS. So a little bit about myself. I'm in my final year of studies at U of C, and I'm going to be graduating this spring with a degree in computer science as well as economics. I also spent the first 5 years of university swimming with the Dinos varsity team, and through that, I met the likes of Teddy and Perry, who I'm working with in the development department. So I've become very interested in blockchain technology over the past couple of years, and I'm very passionate about development. So with that, I hope to be able to form relationships and provide some guidance and structure while working through some of the projects that we have planned on. So that's all for me. Now I'll pass it on to Teddy for his introduction.
Cool. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, so my name's Teddy. I'm the Director of Project Management for the club. I did my bachelor's degree in computer science at U of C, and now I'm pursuing my master's degree in information security and privacy. I've been a software developer professionally for the last 2 years, and kind of the first time I was introduced to blockchain was actually, I think Perry mentioned it to me one day at the gym, and I was like, oh, well, like he just asked me what Ethereum was, and I was like, I don't know what that is. And that ever since then, I think I was like 2020. Ever since then, I've kind of been interested in the more financial side of things, and now with this club more so on the development side of things. Yeah, so I think from there, I think we're gonna move on to our our executive team. So these guys are kind of the hardworking people that are, you know, not part of the development team, but doing really important things and kind of helping out every single member of the club to ensure that, you know, they have every resource they need to have some success with this. So with that, I'll pass it on to Kevin I'll pass it on to the executives to introduce themselves.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Teddy. Like you said, my name's Kevin. I'm VP Strategy, so I'm going to make sure we get the right sponsorships and funding so we can continue developing in this space. A little bit about me. I'm in my last year of electrical engineering. I started investing in cryptocurrency and stocks maybe 2-3 years ago. Worked at 4 different companies, and the last 2 being venture capital and hedge funds, so private investing, and I'm definitely going to pursue that type of space after graduation. So glad to be in this club and help out in any way. Yeah. Mohamed?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. My name is Mohamed Abdulushi, and I'm in my 3rd year of mechanical and aerospace engineering. I've been interested in this space since 2019, and I'm still interested. I kind of started with investing in tokens and then moving on to NFTs after that. Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Yusuf Zarka. I am the club's VP of Finance, and my main roles basically involve our annual budgets, our accounting and bookkeeping, financial strategy, and long-term and short-term investments for the club. My experience in blockchain tech is really limited. I have experience in working for 2 investment banks as an intern for an analyst team. But I definitely see the future in blockchain and Web3 to be the future of society, basically. So I'm really interested in this topic, and I look forward to getting to know you guys better. Thanks.
Hey guys, I'm Tyler. I'm your VP internal. I'm currently in software engineering and on an internship right now. In terms of the space, I'm still relatively new to it, but I do see the potential in terms of the development side. So I'm very interested in that. I'm excited to be a part of this club this year. And so as a VP internal, basically I'm in charge of setting up meeting minutes, organizing interviews, sending all the internal emails so that you guys can get updates on our events, and pretty much just introduce people to the club. And I'll hand it off to Baltine.
Thank you, Tyler. Hi, everyone. My name is Baltine, and I'm the junior VP internal. I'm currently enrolled in my 2nd year in a combined degree program in international relations and finance with a minor in Italian. I don't have much to say, as Tyler did an amazing job of talking about roles and responsibility. So I'll just pass it on to the VP marketing. Thank you.
Unfortunately, our VP marketing couldn't make it today due to a doctor's appointment, so I'll do her introduction on behalf of her. So our VP marketing is Saja. She's currently 2nd year of computer science. She did a digital marketing internship over the summer. Her expertise are mainly marketing campaigns and designing banners and posts for us to share on our media channels. She has great skill sets and designing those, as you guys might have seen on our media channels. So that's about her, and I'll now pass it on to our VP events to introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Kizra and I'm a 3rd year accounting student. I'm the VP of events for this club. So basically that means that I oversee all of the management for all of the events and workshops we'll be having. I also delegate and support any of the other aspects of events. So if anyone has any questions or suggestions for future events that they want to see, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. And now I'll be passing it on to Ray, who is our VP of communications.
Hello everyone, I'm Ray and I'm entering my 3rd year computer science concentration in software engineering. As a VP communications, I'll be handling public relations, information output, and media requests. So these include social medias such as Instagram, Discord, which we use it mainly on LinkedIn and Twitter. So in those platforms, I will be announcing upcoming events, upcoming partnership sponsors, and I'll be also posting market updates on Discord. In addition, now we'll be moving on to event plans. There's going to be 3 main plans for this fall semester, and I'll be passing on development team for more specific information.
Yeah, so for the workshops, we'll be starting the 1st week of November, and can't wait to see you guys there. But don't feel peer pressure to come because they're not mandatory to attend. So workshops will be weekly, starting the 1st week of November, and they're meant to be, because next semester we're trying to build actual projects. So these workshops are meant to give you fundamental knowledge of what you need to get your hands on to these projects. So November 8th is going to be Blockchain 101, which is basic public and private cryptography, digital signatures and blockchain hashing. And the week after that, it's called cryptography, which is going to explain what the difference between proof of work versus proof of stake, setting up MetaMask, which is a wallet on ETH, getting ETH from the faucet so you could use the testnet, and Ethereum transaction street, which is a visual explanation of how Ethereum transaction work. And then week after, it's called smart contracts, will be basics of smart contracts, such as block times and visual demos on how to deploy contracts. And then the week after, I'll give it to Paul for November 29th.
Hey, thanks, Barry. Yeah, so as we close into the end of the fall semester, the next workshops will involve us finally getting into coding and developing with Solidity. So Solidity is the most popular smart contract language today. And for this next workshop, which is supposed to begin on November 29th, we're going to dive into some Solidity basics. So in this shop, we're going to cover basic Solidity syntax and structure of a smart contract. We're then going to get members to create their very own first smart contract, which you can test and deploy using a web IDE called Remix. So yeah, basic syntax, contract structure and function declarations, just so we can all become more familiar with the Solidity environment. And then, yeah, so on December 6th for our final workshop of the semester, we're going to dive into some more advanced Solidity techniques. So this is going to include use of JavaScript ETH libraries, such as Ganache and Truffle, which is a testing framework for blockchains, as well as using Mocha to create test suites for our code, so we can just have a reliable code base and cover all cases as a developer. We'll also be touching on some popular open source libraries and networks like Chainlink and OpenZeppelin, so we can create secure and risk minimizing smart contracts. Yeah, so that's all for workshops. Now I'll pass it on to Tamer to continue.
Yeah, so one of the workshops we'll be having every week is by an industry leader who's achieved heights in this space. So Anne is a U Waterloo graduate who started in this space back in 2017. And despite her struggles of navigating through the industry, she has worked for multiple successful projects and now works for a top 5 crypto exchange in data analytics. And she's very excited to meet you all and wants to provide mentorship on career opportunities and help you transition easier into the career space. Oh, and by the way, she did promise pizza for y'all, so I don't know about you, but I'm definitely grabbing a slice. But anyway, next slide. Yeah, so panel events. So we're also connecting with more industry leaders in this space who worked in all sorts of areas in the crypto space and blockchain, from crypto exchanges to Web3 startups to asset holding firms to crypto and NFT whales and influencers, and anyone who can provide you value. So more announcements will come. So please follow our Instagram and LinkedIn for more updates. And now I'm going to pass it on to the dev team to discuss our project plan.
Sorry, I was muted there. After we finish up the workshops, our kind of plan is to kind of ease you guys into Solidity development and working on the blockchain. So kind of as we wrap up the last workshop, we'll kind of start to go into these project plans, and hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have something to show for it. So if we go into the project roadmap, we'll kind of start off. So I think, yeah, the last workshop, I believe, is on December 6th. So, and we've kind of planned this first part of it to be after finals, which is the brainstorm session. So at this point, you would be divided up into teams, having either 1 or 2 project managers, depending on the size of the development teams. Excuse me. And then during this time, we're going to talk about project conception, group sessions, and we're going to try and discuss and explain how we're going to draw out the different plans. So our goals with this is to kind of provide you with some project topics, or provide the PMs with some project topics, and to kind of brainstorm the entire infrastructure around that. From there, we're going to go into project proposals. So we're going to kind of go from our brainstorm into something that we can put on paper. And this kind of makes us seem professional in that way, so that we can kind of cite other works that maybe other projects have done similarly. And then we can also kind of like describe the problem we're trying to solve and then how we're going to solve it. From there, we're going to try to move on to a white paper document. So it's pretty typical for new blockchain projects to have a white paper document. We're not going to make this super formal. We're just going to try to have something to show to our partners to see that we're actually getting some projects done, or we have some ideas for some good projects. So we'll start with conception starting February 1st. From there, we'll look at requirements gathering starting on February 14th. And then also we'll try to include some UI prototypes. These aren't going to be super in-depth. They're mostly just going to focus on how users are going to try to interact with smart contracts. If there's even a UI needed, it depends on the project itself. From there, we're going to try to work with about 6 to 7 weeks of development. So we'll try to use an agile methodology through this, so that we can try to make the most of our time and be as efficient as possible. We know it's not a lot of time, but we're going to try to get as much done as we can. We're going to have some demos with all team members at a periodic basis. We're also going to use sprint planning meetings for PMs to delegate tasks to developers. And we're going to also incorporate testing suites, because we know how much we love to test. So after that, after April 21st, we're going to try to deploy some of our smart contracts to the blockchain, some of the official ones. So once we're done deploying to testnets, we'll try to actually deploy to the Ethereum blockchain. And then once we do that, we can actually form a presentation of the product. We can kind of explain what's been achieved, we gather feedback, and then we maybe come up with a report for kind of the entire duration of the project. And then we might have some next steps following that. If students are interested to keep working on the project, we would offer kind of the continuation of the project through the summer if they're interested, but that's all based on how students feel about it. So if we actually move on to our project ideas, these are some of the ideas that we currently have right now. Now, these aren't set in stone. These are just kind of what the development team members and the executive team members have thought of. We're also open to any ideas that students may have. So I'll pass it off to Paul right now to kind of talk about some of these and just to see the idea behind some of them.
Hey, thanks, Teddy. Yeah, so as he said, like, although these ideas are tentative and we'll likely see some more ideas come and go, I do want to take some time to go on to a few project ideas that we are excited for pursuing. So first one being is our own UCBS token that'll be used for membership verification, or member verification rather, on our new website. So with this, members will be able to connect their wallet to our website and verify ownership of the token so they can gain access to the member portal. Next project that I want to mention is a decentralized crowdfunding application. So something similar to like a GoFundMe type of system. And a final project that I want to mention is a certificate verification application that can be used to verify completion of all kinds of certificates, such as like university degrees, transit, concert tickets, any kind of operational licenses, and more. So again, like, although those are just a few of the projects that we would like to work on, there's definitely more to come. Yeah, thanks for everyone's time. Now I think I'll leave it at that and we can move on to a Q&A.
Thank you guys so much. So now we'll be having a Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions, just raise your hand or you can unmute yourself and then just ask us any questions that you guys might have. And just to clarify, all the events that we'll be having are open to anyone. So you don't need to be part of the development team to have access to our meetings, and our applications are still open as well. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just unmute yourself and then feel free to ask them.
I feel like we already have a question in the chat from.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah. So talking about that, yeah, because there's reading break from November 6th to the 13th or something like that. And then the first workshop's in there. So we're thinking of, since like maybe some people are not in Calgary or on campus, we're thinking of moving to the 14th, which is going to be a Monday, and the second workshop will be on the Friday after. But we'll put an update in our Discord as fast as possible. It should be finalized probably by the end of today or tomorrow. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Barry. There's another question as well.
Yeah, so for the DAO, yeah, we're thinking of building the DAO next semester, because it'll be kind of like a voting system. Let's say there's a huge order. Let's say there's a huge improvement to a structure of a club. We could have voting power for each of the members. And that's the goal for the DAO.
For the last one, I can answer. So for the development team, we currently have applications and we're processing them. We just finalized our project managers who we will be working for, we'll be working with. So based on the applications that we got, we'll be formalizing the teams starting from this week. And we're actually planning to close our development team member applications probably by next week. So if you guys still haven't applied, feel free to apply to that. And those will be determined based on the level of experiences each person might have and the commitment hours that they also put in.
For club merch, we have stickers. That's about it for now, but definitely we'll look into that. But our SU funding is pretty low right now, so we'll put that to like next month or something. Yeah, we'll look into that.
And we're actually working like for the club merge. We haven't thought about it yet due to our funding. Since we're just a first year starting club, we're still trying to execute some partnership deals so that we can have the right resources to fund our projects and have events for you guys as well. So that won't be like the primary essential thing that we'll be thinking about, but there is some exciting news that we will announce in the future with our partners. Where we might possibly have some merch from them. So we'll be talking more about that in depth in future. So yeah. I can take that question too. So one of our main goals is, just like I mentioned, and Timer mentioned as well, we want to create bridge between the students and the companies, so that this space is super new and there's so many job opportunities and work opportunities for everyone. So we want to have people to have the level of experience, so that after they join our club, they can find jobs or part-time tasks in the Web 2.0 space. So that's one of the main goals that we have, and also like creating a community where we can network all together and brainstorm ideas. I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, just let us know.
Right, because
And
like our team of VPs have all different experience in the space. So if you guys have a question like in the sector, just feel free to. It's just a community of just a bunch of like-minded people.
And for the developer application, that's the same as the member application. In our member application form, we had a different section for a development team. So we asked you if you were interested in joining the development team. If the answer is yes, then we asked the level of experience you might have. So we'll be getting the people based on those stats that we have and data. Yeah, no worries. For NFTs, we actually have a Web 3.0 advisor at the moment. He's working in the NFT space himself. So he is working very hard to actually have some partnerships with NFT projects as well, and potentially maybe free mint whitelist opportunities too. And also like panel events opportunities with big NFT projects. So we do have some, development.
There's more to come on that.
Yeah, exactly. There's like expansion towards the NFT side as well.
Because we have a project manager who's interested in building metaverse stuff. So yeah, there's also that.
So we could give like another minute.
Yeah, we can have like another 2 minutes or so, and then if you don't have any questions, we can probably wrap it.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
First of all, this is pretty cool what you guys are doing. Just wanted to thank the exec team, because this club didn't exist before this, so it's pretty cool what you guys are doing. And second of all, when is the next event? I joined a little late. I'm not sure if you guys talked about any upcoming event or upcoming events in general.
Yeah, so we're the whole meeting, today is all recorded. We'll be posting that. So if you could watch that, and go Amir if you want to say something.
I think timer can go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that like we're planning to have a big networking event after the reading break. So I'd say like sometime in about 3 weeks, like I'd say look forward to that.
Oh, okay. Are they gonna be like in-person events or like?
Yeah, it will be an in-person event, and we're planning to make it really big and have like even more people show up. So I think it'd be really awesome.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Thanks for coming.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, if you don't have any questions, I guess we can wrap it up. So if you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat or unmute yourselves. Again, we're really happy to have all of you guys here. We've been working really hard for this club in general. We have some amazing plans that we've been working on and we'll still work towards. There's no other club or organization like this, even in Western North America, that's mainly doing nonprofit student-run blockchain development club. So be aware that you guys are going to be part of something that's going to be really big. We'll just work very hard to provide the most value as much as we can. So that being said, I guess we can wrap it up because there's not more questions. So thank you guys a lot for coming up. Make sure to check our Discord for our upcoming events, the upcoming announcements that we might have. We really appreciate each one of you again. And if any of the execs want to say something, you can add on to it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thanks everyone for showing up.
All right, we can wrap this up.
Yes.
So I wish you all a very good night. Have a great Wednesday and Tuesday, sorry. Yeah.
Good luck on exams.
Yeah.
Well, have a
I'm
good
excited
night.
to see everybody in person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hopefully more people will show up in person too.
Right.
All right. I'm going to be closing the meeting now.
I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
guys.
See you guys. Thanks
See
for
you
joining,
guys.
everyone.
Thanks, guys. Have a good